Over the past 2 years of being on strike, I've learned that the people who are willing to fight for me and fight with me are my fellow workers, not Post-Gazette management or its owners, the blocks.
I have been on strike for nearly 2 years. It's been probably the most difficult thing I've done in my life, getting up in the morning and knowing that you don't have a job to go to, but knowing that because you're on strike, you're fighting for something bigger than yourself. We just want the company to follow federal labor law.
My name is John Santa. I've been on strike for 2 years. I am a page designer and copy editor at the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. This strike is personal for me. My father was a union laborer and a union steelworker. My grandfather worked for the Union Railroad. My other grandfather was a union laborer. My uncle is a union steelworker. This is personal to me and my family. We won't give up this fight until we win.
Hi, my name's Ed Blazina. When we're not on strike, I'm the transportation writer at the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. But after this 2 years of madness, it's time to end this strike. The blocks have lost at every turn in federal court and the Labor Relations Board. It's time for this to end. It's time for John Block to stop violating federal labor law.
John Block, quit breaking federal labor law.
John Block needs to stop breaking federal labor law and settle the strike.
John Block needs to stop breaking federal labor law.
John Block, stop breaking federal labor law. End the strike.
Stan Wischnowski.
Stan Wischnowski.
Stan Wischnowski.
Stan Wischnowski.
Stan Wischnowski.
Stan Wischnowski.
Stan Wischnowski needs to stop breaking federal labor law and settle the strike.
Stan Wischnowski, quit breaking federal labor law. You can support strikers by donating at unionprogress.com/donate. Thanks.
We're gonna roll, we're gonna roll, we're gonna roll the union on. We're gonna roll, we're gonna roll, we're gonna roll the union on. If the weather's in the way, we're gonna roll on over it. We're gonna roll on over it. We're gonna roll on over it. If the weather's in the way, we're gonna roll on over it. We're gonna roll the union on. Roll it on. We're gonna roll. We're gonna roll the union on. And if you were in the way, we're gonna roll it over you. We're gonna roll it over you. We're gonna roll it over you. And if you were in the way, we're gonna roll it over you. We're gonna roll the union on.
Emily Escalante, stop breaking federal labor law and end this strike.
Emily Escalante needs to stop breaking federal labor law and settle the strike.
It's also been difficult just to be disrespected in a lot of ways for a company that I feel like I've put my heart and soul into prior to the strike. Very early on, I was on a picket line in doing legally protected activity, and I was hit in the face with pepper spray in a situation where it was not necessary. And that kind of thing is really difficult to face, knowing that this company could have put all of these resources into coming to a solution before the strike even had to happen. And instead, they've put their resources into fighting us at every step and hiring private security and disrespecting us all in a lot of ways.
Remember, we're fighting for Pittsburgh.
John Block needs to stop breaking federal labor law. Stan Wischnowski needs to stop breaking federal labor law. Ronald Davenport needs to stop breaking federal labor law. Emily Escalante needs to stop breaking federal labor law. The Post-Gazette needs to stop breaking federal labor law.
And by holding these picket lines, okay, these picket lines that Pittsburghers for generations have held. We are holding the line now. That will not stop. That will never stop.
So being a part of the News Guild and standing up and fighting with this union is something that's always been really important to me, because both of my parents worked at the Post-Gazette for about 30 years, and they're not working here anymore, but I felt like it was up to me to carry on for them, for our family, and make sure that that the union stayed strong and didn't fold, and had to be a part of this group fighting together. And so I hope that they're proud that we've kept the legacy carrying on.
Post-Gazette needs to stop breaking labor law and settle the strike. Ron Davenport needs to stop breaking federal labor law and settle the strike.
Quit breaking federal labor law.
Ron Davenport, stop breaking federal labor law and end this strike.
We got to find a way to stop them. Right. And our fight is not just for us. It's for all the other unions around.
We're committed to do this, and we have allies. Those were difficult. To stand in front of a rumbling truck at 1 o'clock in the morning. Often it was raining or snowing. We did this last winter, even in the summer. It's difficult to stand in front of a truck that wants to go forward. And often sometimes you had a Post-Gazette employee standing on the running board of that truck, urging that truck to go forward. And one of those gratifying things of the past 18 months is standing next to colleagues and supporters and looking at them and knowing that they weren't going to move. They were resolved to stay there. And it was a selfless act, and I appreciate that. I appreciate my colleagues and the supporters so much for that.
Stan Wischnowski, quit breaking federal labor law.
Stan Wischnowski, stop breaking federal labor laws and end the strike.
Stan Wischnowski, quit breaking federal labor law.
Stan Wischnowski, stop breaking federal labor law and end the strike. John Block, stop breaking federal labor law, end the strike.
John Block, stop breaking federal labor laws and end the strike.
You can support strikers by donating at unionprogress.com/donate.
Remember to donate to unionprogress.com/donate.
Okay. You feel good on that?
I feel good.
Okay.
But let's face it, with this voice, nobody's gonna mistake me for Laurence Olivier.